Hello everyone, welcome to another video, part 2 of possessive adjectives. In the previous video, we talked about how to say my, your, his or her in French. If you haven't watched it, don't worry. Make sure to click right here and then come back to this video. In this video, we're going to learn how to say our, your, but plural, and their. Let's go.
This one's easier, I promise.
Because the only thing that matters in these three is the number, if it's singular or plural. The gender goes away, thankfully. So let's get started. For our, in order to say our in French, you could say notre, especially if the thing is singular. It's a single thing. For example, our book, notre livre. Our key, notre clé. So no matter the gender of the noun that comes after, you can use notre if that noun is singular and it's one of that thing. So you might be asking, how do we say our for plural nouns? Pretty simple. You could say nos, N-O-S, nos. So our books would be nos livres with an extra S for livre because it's plural. And our keys would be nos clés. Nos clés. What else? Nos portables. Nos téléphones. Our phones. Nos maisons. Our houses. So, no matter what the gender, if it's plural, use nos. If it's singular, use notre. Well, thankfully, the pattern stays the same for the rest of the possessives. Namely, your, plural, and their. Let's see what they are. But what do I mean by the plural your? It means that this your is addressed to a bunch of people. For example, I look at my students and say your class. Then in that case, I can't say ta classe. Ta is your, but singular, which means it's for one person. Ta classe means your class, you, who is just one person standing in front of me. You, one. That is ta. But now we're going to learn your, a group of people. Your class. I look at my students and I say, your class starts at 3 o'clock. Votre classe commence à 3 heures. Votre classe. So, votre classe means your class, a group of people. And for when the noun that comes after is singular. So there's one class, but the owner of the class is a bunch of people, my students. So in that case, it would be votre classe. Or maybe I want to be polite with one single person. So that is the exception. If you don't know someone, but you want to be very polite, you could say votre. You see someone and want to ask them for their number, you could say, quel est votre numéro de téléphone? Quel est votre numéro? Votre numéro, your number. Now in that case, you're not asking a bunch of people for their numbers. It's one person, but you use votre to be polite. So votre could also be the formal version of ton or ta, because the noun that comes after is singular. Hope that makes sense. Let's move on to the plural, shall we? Same pattern. For plural nouns, you could say vos. Vos livres, your books. I'm talking to my students, and since they don't have only one book, they have a bunch of books altogether, I should say vos livres. Vos maisons, your houses, you people. Or vos clés, your keys. There are a bunch of people in front of me, and each of them has a bunch of keys, so vos clés. That's how it works. If you don't have any questions, let's move on to the third one, which is their in French. Allons-y. Singular noun, you could say leur. Leur. Their, let's say, their car. Leur voiture. Regardless of the gender, you could use leur. Just like notre, votre, where gender really didn't matter, but number did. In this case, it's the same. That's why I said these three follow the same pattern. So for a singular noun, no matter the gender, you could say leur, their car. It's a bunch of people, their car. It would be leur voiture, leur maison, their house, or leur ami, their friend. What about the plural? Just add an S. Leurs amis, their friends. Ou leurs vêtements, their clothes. Or leurs chaussures, their shoes. Leurs chaussures. Both of them have an S at the end because both of them are plural. There are a bunch of things possessed or owned by them. So, leurs chaussures, their shoes. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions, ask me in the comment section below. Hope to see you soon. À plus!